Hello friends, welcome to IELTS Mate. In this video, I am back with new writing tutorial and today the essay type is positive and negative development. In this essay, I have used ample of vocabulary and variety of complex sentences for vocabulary, I am going to tell you the meaning of all the words along with the use of those words in this essay. And for those students who are still very lacking in the grammatical base, who are not good in grammar tenses, I request you to not to get stressed out while watching this video, because this video is going to be very complex for those students who are still weak in tenses, because the video contains higher level of sentences than the basic tenses. So I just want you to watch this video patiently and try to just understand the meaning. And even if you are not able to get the structure of the sentence properly in your mind, don't get stressed out about that. The introduction I have kept a little simpler, I think, as compared to the both body paragraphs that I have made very complex. Introduction I have kept a little simpler. And the question is, in some countries, more people prefer to live alone than in the past. Do you think this is a positive or negative development? Whenever you are given an IELTS essay, it is always required that you have to rephrase the question in your own words in the introduction before telling your opinion. So now what I am doing is I am telling you how I have rephrased this question. The question was saying more people prefer to live alone as compared to the past, means than in the past. It's comparing today with the past. So I also in my rephrasing line have to compare the present with the past, and here instead of this more I have taken comparative degree larger. And if I am taking comparative degree, then naturally it means that I am comparing it with something. So a larger proportion of populace means population, now favors solitary living. Solitary means alone living, solitary living, as compared to the bygone era. As compared to the, please note down the commas as well, because if there are no comma, then it will just be lacking in the punctuation. Commas are very important here. A larger proportion of populace now, just see how it is comparing with the bygone era. A larger population now as compared to the bygone era. Here I have written like that. So a larger proportion of populace now favors solitary living as compared to bygone era. Instead of prefer, I have used favor, and live alone I have used solitary living. So you have to rephrase it using your own synonyms and try to just innovate, not like innovate, you have to just improvise the words. You have to just play with the words. It's not that Google will tell you the exact synonym. Sometimes you just have to play with the words to get the synonym. Now after rephrasing, if I directly give my opinion that advantages are more or disadvantages are more as compared to advantages, then the introduction will be quite short. So if I want to stretch it out, if I want to make it seem larger, then to do that I have added the reasons also. Though I was not asked reasons, I was just asked that whether it is positive or negative development. And obviously I am not going to explain any of the reasons in my body paragraphs. So be clear of that. I am not going to explain any of the reasons. I have just, to lengthen my introduction, used the reasons here. So let us see what I have written in the reasons. An urge for privacy. Urge is desire. An urge for privacy, burgeoning living costs per head, and migration for a promising future might be the salient motivational factors. So what reasons I have taken? An urge for privacy means to gain the privacy, people live alone, means their desire for privacy. Then is burgeoning living cost. Burgeoning means increasing. Burgeon is the verb which means increase. So burgeoning living cost per head. So if they think that they are not able to bear the expenses of whole family, they just start living alone. So burgeoning living cost per head, this is the second reason. And migration for a promising future, that's quite obvious point, that people migrate to other countries, or you can say metropolitan cities only, to for the better future. and they have to live alone there. So I have given these three reasons: an urge for privacy, burgeoning living cost, and migration for promising future. Might be, I have taken might be, means ये हो सकते हैं in Hindi. Maybe, like might be, the salient motivational factors. Salient here is just adding a vocabulary word in the introduction, and salient here means key. They might be the key motivational factors. Instead of reasons, I have used word as motivational factors, means these are the factors that motivate people. You know, now I have given the quite a good length to the introduction, and I am now starting with my opinion. To introduce my opinion, it's very important to give the opinion in the introduction only. Whenever you are asked in an IELTS essay an opinion, like do you think positive or negative development, do you agree or disagree, it's always important to give the opinion right in the introduction rather than confusing the examiner throughout the essay. And sometimes in the essay where you have asked discuss both the views and give your opinion in that essay as well, I recommend that give your opinion as well in the introduction only, that which side you are agree with, the former view or the latter view. Let's come back to this essay. To start with my opinion, I have written, I opine that, I contend that, or I assert that. Instead means any of these you can use. Contend means think, assert also means think, means in order to give my opinion I can start it with I contend that or I assert that. Despite certain ramifications, certain means some, ramifications means negative effects, means despite or you can say in spite of certain negative aspects. In Hindi it means कुछ negative aspects के बावजूद the trend reflects a favorable advancement. The trend reflects a favorable advancement. So means instead of saying it positive, like very simple way, in a simple way, that it is a negative development, it is more of a negative development, it's overall a negative development, or it's overall a positive development, I have given it a beauty by saying that the trend reflects a favorable advancement, that the trend reflects a favorable advancement. And this essay is more on which side, you must be clear after reading this, that it is more on positive side, means favorable side. It is saying that despite certain ramifications, means although there are certain ramifications, the trend is a favorable advancement. So if I am acknowledging the ramifications too along with the positive effects, if I am acknowledging the disadvantages also, I will have to make a body paragraph for disadvantages also. But again, if I am favoring it more, means if I am more on the positive side, then I will write more for this advantages rather than this disadvantages. And in this essay I have chosen the strategy where I have made only one body paragraph for disadvantages and two body paragraph for advantages, because according to my opinion line also I was more on the positive side rather than the negative side. That is why again I repeat, I have made one BP for the negative but two BPs for the positive, and I have started with the negative BP first. This was the side where I was less stressing. This is the disadvantage side, disadvantage paragraph. Let us see what I have written. Admittedly, admittedly means there is no doubt. Admittedly, residing solo seems to be, we can add with many sentences where we just want to add some beauty to the sentence, like it, rather than saying that it is stimulus for emotion, means rather than saying that it motivates, it is motivational, means for example I am just giving you that if I am saying that music is motivational, इसकी बजाय instead of is I can say music seems to be motivational. means seems means it ऐसा लगता है in Hindi, seems to be ऐसा लगता है. Residing solo seems to be an overt stimulus. Here there is a lot of vocabulary I repeat, so just be patient to understand all these words. Residing solo means living solitary, seems to be means लगता है, overt, overt means apparent. You must have listened this word or written or used this word as well many times. Apparent means it's always visible. Stimulus means, stimulus is something that increases the intensity of a particular thing, means that motivates or increases something. It means it's a stimulus, means it increases, it works as a stimulus for what it is a stimulus, means Residing solo is a stimulus for what? Means it increases what? For emotional disintegration of the family relations. Means if a person is residing solo, his family relations will suffer emotional disintegration, I want to say. And what is emotional disintegration? The disintegration has two meanings. First meaning is, if something loses its strength, I can say that it's disintegration. If something loses its strength, so here this meaning also goes well with it. Emotional disintegration means the emotional values of the family, like emotional bonding, loses the strength. And the second meaning of disintegration is segregation or separation. So both these meanings go with this emotional disintegration. So residing solo seems to be an overt stimulus, means it's an apparent stimulus, means it's quite visible stimulus. It's visible stimulus means, in simple words I can say, it's visible increaser. Like I don't know, it's I don't think that it is any word like there's any word like increaser, but I'm just to explain you using it. Like residing solo seems to be an visible increaser, means it visibly increases what it increases? Emotional disintegration. So I repeat, residing solo seems to be an overt stimulus for emotional disintegration of family relations, where in Hindi it means jahan. Just to make it complex, I have explained it using where, jahan a lone habitant, means why I am saying that there is emotional disintegration, I have explained in the same sentence only to make it complex. Where a lone inhabitant, lone means again akela, solitary, alone. Lone also means alone. Inhabitant means the resident or the resider, the person who is living. Being completely isolated, in Hindi it means completely अकेले होते हुए, means I am repeating the sentence in Hindi, जहाँ एक अकेला person बिल्कुल अकेले होते हुए I am saying being is translating this होते हुए. Being completely isolated is obstructed, obstruct होता है, रुकावट होती है उसको, is obstructed to have frequent warmly interactions with his kith and kins. Is obstructed means it's restricted to have what, why, for what it he or she is restricted. He or she is restricted to have frequent warmly interactions or communications with his kith and kins, means relatives. Frequent means again and again. So he is obstructed to have warmly interactions with his relatives again and again. Let us read the whole sentence to combine the chunks and get the overall meaning. Admittedly, residing solo seems to be an overt stimulus for emotional disintegration of the family relations, where a lone inhabitant being completely isolated is obstructed to have frequent warmly interactions with his kith and kins. What is more versus that means, what is more worse means, I am just elaborating the same point, but I am saying that more worse, as I am mentioning something more worse than this point. So what is more worse is that, I think I should use worse only rather than more worse, because worse is again comparative degree of the bad, worse and worst. So sorry for using this more here. What is worst is that the longer this seclusion is, seclusion is also the state of being alone. Means the longer the seclusion is, the more a person becomes indifferent towards the joys and sorrows of his relatives. And let me explain the sentences Hindi first. जितना ज़्यादा पर्सन अकेला रहेगा, उस चीज़ को लिखने के लिए आई हैव यूज द लॉन्गर दिस सिक्लूजन इज, उसका सिक्लूजन मीन्स उसका आइसोलेशन, अकेलापन जितना ज़्यादा होगा, द मोर मीन्स उतना ही ज़्यादा अ पर्सन बिकम्स इंडिफरेंट हो जाएगा वो. इंडिफरेंट, whenever we are indifferent towards a particular thing, it means we don't care whether the things is present or not, means the existence of thing does not bother us, whether it's happening or not does not bother us in any way. So the person becomes indifferent, means it's like some more or less like careless towards the joy and sorrows of his relatives, means the person now has nothing to do with the joys and sorrows of his relatives. Means in Hindi I will again explain that जितना ज़्यादा पर्सन अकेला रहेगा, उतना ज़्यादा उसको अपने रिलेटिव्स के खुशी और गम से कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ेगा, उतना ही ज़्यादा. So the longer the seclusion is, more versus what is worse is that the longer the seclusion is, the more a person becomes indifferent towards joys and sorrows of his relatives. Hence, this is the concluding line. This separation, here earlier I used this word seclusion, Now I have used this word separation, whether intentional or unintentional, means whether it is intentional or unintentional, turns the dweller into a self-centered being. Dweller means again the person who is residing alone. Turns into means changes the dweller into a self-centered being. Self-centered means a selfish kind of person. So this is the whole paragraph. Let me read it very quickly again for you. Admittedly, residing solo seems to be an overt stimulus for emotional disintegration of the family relations, where a lone inhabitant being completely isolated is obstructed to have frequent warmly interactions with his kith and kins. What is worse is that the longer this seclusion is, the more a person becomes indifferent towards the joys and sorrows of his relatives. Hence, this separation, whether intentional or unintentional, turns the dweller into a self-centered being. Here, before writing this self-centered being, I have explained it very well that how the person has become this self-centered being, and what did I mean by saying that self-centered being, because I already explained that he has nothing to do with joys and sorrows, and then I have written that he has become a self-centered being. So this is quite well elaborated point in the whole paragraph, and I have used only this disadvantage and no other disadvantage. So it is very okay when you write only single idea or a single point in the whole paragraph, because it allows you to completely elaborate it, fully elaborate it, and that gives you more points. Now let us come to the next paragraph. However, the single householder does not always suffer owing to the concomitant merits of the solitary lifestyle. Here the line seems complex, but still I'd like to explain you that instead of directly saying that it has merits also, that both the coin has two sides and this has merits also along with the demerits, I have said that single householder does not always suffer, means it's not necessary that he's always suffering. Owing to means because of the concomitant merits. Concomitant means accompanying merits or associated merits, the merits that are associated. Concomitant merits of what? Of the solitary lifestyle. Means here I want to say that solitary lifestyle contains some accompanying merits due to which the person who lives single does not always suffer, means does not suffer. Means here I have explained the suffering, means the negative, but here I am saying that this negative is not always true, because there are some merits also. So this paragraph is clearly introducing the merits. The line is to clearly introduce the paragraph of merits, and this paragraph, this body paragraph, has nothing to do with the demerits. So don't get confused that this paragraph contains demerits also. This paragraph does not contain demerits. The line is just to introduce the merits. A single householder does not always suffer owing to the concomitant merits of the solitary lifestyle that are manifold, means that are many. Now I have made two body paragraph for merits because I was more on the merit side. Primarily the first merit I have given in this, and the second merit I have given in this. Primarily, it is the single dweller who can take pleasure of being completely unfettered. Means you could have said in a simple manner that the single dweller is always free from restriction. But here I have changed it and given it a beauty by saying that it is a single dweller who can take pleasure, means who can take that happiness of what? Of being completely unfettered. Means unfettered word is vocabulary word for being unrestricted. If we are free, then it means we are unfettered. So it is the single dweller who can take pleasure of being completely unfettered by the laws, norms, regulations drawn or formulated by the family's head. Means he is unfettered or unrestricted by what? Means the thing from which we are unrestricted, we say that we are unfettered by this thing. Means we are unfettered by the laws, means we are unrestricted from the laws. So say it is a single dweller who can take the pleasure of being completely unfettered by the laws, norms and regulations. Regulations what? Drawn or formulated by the family's head. To be more precise, means I have used this linker to give more clarity to this point. So this linker is always used if you want to make your earlier point more clear. To be more precise, he is altogether free. Altogether is vocabulary word to say that he is completely free. In Hindi वो पूरी तरह से free होता है. Then I have said he is altogether free to work out his own plans. Instead of saying that to make his plans, I have used this vocabulary word to work out his own plans, to implement them or not. Means he is free to make his plans, to implement them or not. Means चाहे वो implement भी करे या ना करे. This liberty means this freedom is suffice. Suffice is vocabulary word for sufficient. Means this liberty is suffice to cultivate the virtues of maturity, self assertion and better wisdom and so on. Here I want to say that if a person is free, then these virtues take birth in the person. Then to say it, I have used this way. I have saying that this liberty means this freedom is enough to cultivate the virtues. Virtues means the qualities. Cultivate means to grow the qualities. Means if some quality, or we use this word for growing of the plants also, but if we are talking about quality, then also we can use this word. This liberty suffice to cultivate means to grow the virtues, means quality of maturity. Self assertion means the confidence to express our views. This quality means the confidence to express our views. Better wisdom and so on. Now I have given the examples also in this task to illustrate. My nephew, who has been a solitary resident for long, who has been means वो काफ़ी समय से रहा है, solitary resident for long, has now grown to be potent. Potent means able, means अब वो इतना बड़ा, इतना able हो चुका है. So has become able की बजाय I have used this vocabulary word, has now grown to be potent enough to advise his neighbors on the crucial society issues. Means he has become so potent. Potent means able, that he can advise his neighbors. Now see the complexity of this sentence. Like I've not used a single full stop, but I have joined the chunks of the sentence so well that it is every bit is going with each other. Let's see. My nephew, who has been a solitary resident for long, comma, has now grown to be potent enough to advise his neighbors on the crucial society issues. Now let us read this paragraph quickly. This contains a single idea, and the associated benefit is with this I have also given. Let us see what associated benefit I am talking about. Primarily, it is the single dweller who can take pleasure of being completely unfettered by the laws, norms, regulations drawn or formulated by the family's head. To be more precise, he is altogether free to chalk out or work out his own plan, to implement them or not. Now this is one benefit, but I have given the benefit that is associated with this benefit. So there is no need to use another linker like moreover, furthermore, because this benefit is associated with this benefit. So this liberty means this freedom helps him to develop these qualities. So this benefit is associated with the benefit of becoming free. So this liberty is suffice to cultivate the virtues of maturity, self-assertion, better wisdom and so on. I've given the example to illustrate. My nephew, who has been a solitary resident for long, has now grown to be potent enough to advise his family members on crucial society issues. It is always permissible or allowed to give the personal examples in the writing task 2 of IELTS. Now this is the second disadvantage for which I have made another BP, and this is furthermore. In a scenario when the inflation is indeed at its peak, indeed means in reality at its peak, and living cost is surging exorbitantly, means in Hindi ऐसे समय में जहाँ पर इन्फ्लेशन मीन्स जो प्राइस राइज है वो अपने पीक पे है और लिविंग कॉस्ट बढ़ रही है ड्यू टू अनबाउंड डिमांड्स ऑफ द मटेरियलिस्टिक सोसाइटी. हियर आई हैव स्टार्टेड विद गिविंग द रीजंस, बट इट इज़ नॉट दैट आई एम गिविंग रीजंस इन दिस पैराग्राफ. आई हैव जस्ट let us see how I have continued the sentence and made it a merit. In a scenario means ऐसे समय में, I would like to explain it in Hindi as well. In a scenario when the inflation is indeed at its peak, जब inflation peak में है, and living cost is surging exorbitantly due to unbound demands of the materialistic society. Why living cost increases? Because the demands are very high of materialistic society, and due to the demand, living cost always increases. So whatsoever it is, a solo inhabitant always has an edge over those who have two or more to look after. What I wanted to say that it has become very costly to live, and to say it, I have used this rather than saying that cost of living has risen and it is very expensive if we earn bread and butter for our family, and if we try to meet the needs of the whole family. so it is always preferable to live alone. That was the point, but I have used the complexity to write it. I have seen कि एक ऐसे समय में जहाँ पर इन्फ्लेशन पीक पे है, कोस्ट बढ़ चुकी है डिमांड के कारण, एक अकेला इनहेबिटेंट हमेशा ही आगे होता है उन लोगों से जिन्होंने एक से ज़्यादा लोगों को देखना है। एक ऐसे समय में when the inflation is indeed at its peak and living cost is surging exorbitantly due to unbound demands of materialistic society, comma, a solo inhabitant always has an edge over. Has an edge over is a phrase we use. We want to say that this person has an advantage over those who have two or more to look after. Two or more means two or more members to look after. So in the society where everything is costly, a solo inhabitant has an advantage over those who have two or more to look after. And here did make just one mistake, because I wrote this, I wanted to write this first, so please don't consider this first, consider this thing after this. After we will not write the full stop, we will write this and continue the sentence. Those who have two or more to look after, as even on the major income he is able to attain a satisfactory lifestyle. Means I have given the reason why I am saying that that this person has an advantage, because I am saying that even on the major income, major means very small income, if very insufficient income, inadequate income, even on the major income he is able to attain a satisfactory lifestyle, because he is alone, just because he is alone. So I will continue the sentence, means instead of this full stop I will continue the sentence, and then I will say hence independent living seems more alluring, means attractive. Alluring is vocabulary word for attractive, if a person wishes to fulfill his all urges rather than suppressing or curbing them for the sake of other house occupants. Hence I have summed up the advantage by saying that independent living is always alluring, means attractive, if a person wishes to fulfill all his dreams, all his urges means desires, rather than suppressing them means उनको दबाने की बजाय अगर वो person fulfill करना चाहता है तो independent living is always attractive, means alluring, rather than suppressing them for the sake of other house occupants. Sake means for the benefit of other house occupants, means अगर एक person एक दूसरे घर के सदस्यों के लिए अपने दबाना नहीं चाहता, दबाने के बजाय अपने ड्रीम्स को पूरा करना चाहता है, तो सिंगल जो इंडिपेंडेंट लिविंग है वो ज़्यादा इल्यूरिंग है, अट्रैक्टिव है. So let us read this paragraph. Furthermore, in a scenario when the inflation is indeed at its peak and living cost is surging exorbitantly due to unbound demands of materialistic society, a solo inhabitant always has an edge over those who have two or more to look after, as even on major income he is able to attain a satisfactory lifestyle. Hence, independent living seems more alluring if a person wishes to fulfill his all urges rather than suppressing or curbing them for the sake of other house occupants. So this was the essay. I have skipped the conclusion here because I have not written it till yet. So if you want the conclusion of this essay, you can mention in the comment box, and also review this essay so that others get motivated to watch it. Thank you.